Meow. Bear with me a moment, everybody. I'm sorry. I had to restart my phone. Yeah. Super fun. Haha! Oh, well, hello there, DebDevox. Hello. Looks like we got a couple of other people in the chat, too. Yay! Alrighty. Let's give this a start. Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to Storytime with FaZe. If you'll notice, we're kind of doing things a little bit differently today. We're not on TikTok. You've probably heard me complain about TikTok numerous times, but it has done it again, where it has basically blocked me from doing any restreaming for Storytime specifically. So we're going to also do Storytime on Twitch. So hopefully you will give us a like and follow over there as well. But if you were with us before, you noticed that we just finished our visual novel, Promises to Keep, and we are now starting a new visual novel that I'm excited to play through with all of you. It is called... Sorry, I got distracted. It is called Light My Way. They just released, I guess, Chapter 8, so this sounds like it might be a bit of a long one, but Light My Way is an LGBTQ plus thriller horror kinetic novel that takes place on the continent of Stradia, where our fox hero, Lucian, will have to deal with his unnatural powers, navigate through friends and foes, and experience love, hate, deceit, and much more. Join him in unraveling the mystery of the light surrounding him and others in this thrilling Connect novel with amazing CG and dynamic sprite background animations. So we're going to play the demo, or basically Chapter 1, Prologue and Chapter 1, and if we really like it, then we might get the whole thing and we can play from there. But if you'd like to support them, the artists that created this very directly, here you go. If you want to take a screenshot, or those of you who are watching this later, you can pause and you can go to their Twitter, their Discord, their website, their Ko-fi, their Patreon, but it's Bat Studios, okay? I do have to give you a bit of a warning. A small percentage of individuals may experience epileptic seizures when exposed to certain light patterns or flashing lights. There's going to be flashing lights and sounds. There also might be suggestive scenes of drugs, alcohol, and suggestive nudity and sexual experiences, though from my understanding, it's a safe for work novel. So we shouldn't have any problems with any of that. But, like always, I am also going to be relying on you, the audience, to help us as we go along, both with coming up with voices for new characters as they come through, and with making decisions as we go through. We'll have everybody vote. We'll do the usual, the 1, 2, 3 vote, and go from there. But without further ado, let's get started. Let's make sure that this is in a good spot, though, so we can see everything. A kinetic novel by Hadrian Maximus. Ooh. That's kind of cool animation. Heck yeah. I like it, I like it, I like it. Yeah, let's start the demo. Ooh. Should we just leave it as the default, or should I just go ahead and put my name in there? What do you think? Anybody want to weigh in? Well, I think we'll just go with my name like we did last time. We'll go Phase. Phase will be in his fox phase. Prologue. When I was a kid, I called it light. I had no idea how I could call it otherwise. Light was a word I learned easy enough, like others such as Mom, Dad, and Fox. I was 5, and for my birthday at Long Burrows, I celebrated with my family and other kids from my neighborhood. My parents got me a big cake, so I blew out the candles, wishing for the Beast Battles 2 game. Yay for me, 5 years old. I got up to get a plate for my cake, but something was off. There was this light around other folk that wasn't going away. I asked my parents about it, but they couldn't make out what I was saying for some reason. I rubbed my eyes a few times, and the light was gone, so I sat down and dug into my delicious cake. My next door neighbor, Atlas, came to sit next to me, but as soon as he did, I couldn't look at him anymore. His light was so strong, I was blinded in an instant. It didn't stop no matter how many times I rubbed my eyes, almost scratching them. I ran away from the table and started crying, louder and louder. My mom came quick, asking me what's the matter. I wanted a hug, but her light was much too strong as well. I put my paws on my face, covering my eyes, and wouldn't let go. Everyone kept saying I was mumbling, but I know I spoke the right words. It hurts my eyes to see your light. I said it over and over, but nothing seemed to understand. But nobody seemed to understand. The party was a bust, and from then on, I was known as the weirdo kid around my neighborhood. I was homeschooled by my parents until I was 13. After countless visits to various doctors, I got the darkest tint of sunglasses and wore them everywhere I went. This light was fine when I was alone, kept moving back and forth, but it was alright. Around other folk, though, a different story, but I learned to live with it. My parents took me to Calagines to see a specialist, and I got some fancy glasses that I thought made me look cool. When my parents told me I could now start school like any other normal folk, I was super excited. I wanted to show off my glasses and make more friends, since Atlas was the only one talking to me. It was always difficult to be around him with his massive blaze, but it was also worth it. He was there for me since my 5th birthday, so I kind of got attached to him, maybe a bit too much. I was giddy with excitement as my school year approached, now that I could be around other folk, but my excitement didn't last long. I was the new kid, and for whatever reason, some classmates figured it would be fun to see how I would react not having my glasses. They tossed them around, and I couldn't do anything about it. I don't know if it happened on purpose or not, but someone stepped on them. What a way to start my awesome comeback. My parents came to pick me up from school. I cried my eyes out on the way home, having been bullied yet again for my eyes. When I was a kid, others used to tease me, but this was a whole new level. Freak Eyes was the name I had to bear all through that horrid year, and high school too. And once I got a new pair of glasses, it happened again. But this time, Atlas stepped in, and everyone backed off, since the tiger took it upon himself to protect me. I'll admit, I wasn't that happy about not being able to fend for myself, but I did get through the last year of middle school unscathed. When I was in high school, I was walking home from school one evening, but on a particular day my pace slowed to a crawl. My feet dragged on the pavement, and not long after, I collapsed to the ground. Atlas saw me from his house when I hit the pavement. He screamed for my parents to come over. I could make out that he was calling someone from his phone. I woke up with my mom and dad holding me and crying, asking me to come back to them. Light was everywhere as usual, but this time it was pulsating towards me. Oops, we gotta go back. But this time it was pulsating toward me. My dad's cyan rays combined with my mother's magenta light floating above me. My familiar own sapphire light came back to me, igniting around my body. I started crying out in pain when the light went through my eyes, which scared everyone. Since they couldn't see what was happening to me, I alarmed them tenfold. It did burn a lot, to be fair. My strength started returning the moment after, in fact. I felt better than I felt in years. The ambulance arrived and the diagnosis was dehydration. Even though I was right as rain, my parents insisted I should be taken to the hospital. I was discharged the next day without anything more than a bottle of water I got from the doctor and a stern talk about the importance of drinking enough fluids. Thanks, Doc. How about those lights? Is what I wanted to ask, but I knew better. In time, I realized I needed light from others. I got some from my mom and dad when the mood was good, but that went away fast. My parents weren't able to recharge me again. Oh, this is interesting. Some very sci-fi stuff. Chapter 1, Aurora. I don't know why I said it like that. Chapter 1, Aurora. 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 I'm walking home, exhausted and desperate. There are so many feelings in my head right now. But one of them is panic. A panic that is gripping me, biting at me. What if it happens again? What if I collapse? Will I die this time? What is this light, and what does it want? Since the fateful 5th birthday at Longboroughs, I have been grinding my thoughts about what this all means, but with no answer in sight. There are times when I think my mind is playing tricks on me with this light thing. What if it's all in my head? It feels so real to me, but is it actually? I definitely have a problem with my eyes. I can't deny that. Light really is difficult for me to look at, no matter what. But what if all of this is a mental construct my mind has built so that I rationalize the problem? I'm so tired of all this, and I don't want to think about it right now. The summer breeze is shuffling through my fur, keeping some of the depressing thoughts at bay. The sun's rays are starting to dip behind the tree line. Not enough to make the street dark, but enough to make the dusk fall over the neighborhood. School is out, and most students are either away on holiday or working summer jobs. Oh. I'm looking at the house in my neighborhood as I get closer to home. They're all the same. It's a template used in every suburban area I've seen. What could film a TV show here and nobody would know which suburban town it's placed in? No uniqueness to be found. And although I have a dislike about this is my home. And home is where you feel safe. At least for me, it is. Atlas finished practice later than usual, I see. He parked in front of his house. We aren't close friends anymore, but we're good neighbors, so to speak. Our usual interactions are limited to saying hi or waving at each other, but tonight I'm having one of my stronger episodes of exhaustion, so I need to make anything, happen. He has the brightest light I've ever seen, so he won't mind me taking some, even if he has no idea I'm doing it. Here goes nothing. Okay. Hey, Atlas, how's it going? Oh, hi there, FaZe. Quite tired. Coach has been drilling us hard these past days. Why are you practicing? Isn't the season over already? Coach asked us if we want to turn pro, so the ones who said yes are getting a head start in case we get into our choice universities. Oh my gosh, why am I I can read. Coach asked us if we want to turn pro, so the ones who said yes are getting a head start in case we get into our choice universities. I can speak. He's looking at me with a curious expression, almost like that time when I collapsed on the street. I can imagine. We haven't talked in years aside from the hey, what's up, thrown out when we saw each other leaving our houses. We drifted apart once we both went to high school. He is the popular jock, and I am the freaky fox with the death glare according to my classmates. Wait, are these guys supposed to be high school kids? These are some very adult looking high school kids. I'm just putting that out there. But there's no bullying anymore, so they can call me whatever they want for all I care. But that's good, right? You've always been on top of your training. Yeah, I guess. It's the working out part that gets to me, though. Coach is really putting the pressure on. Well, the results speak for themselves. He's blushing. His light is starting to tingle, growing towards me. I need a little something, anything. Why isn't it coming over? I take a step closer to Atlas, which elicits a reaction from the tiger. Yeah, Coach says a star player should be built like a fortress. His physique is that and more. He's taller than me, a towering castle. He's got sharp blue eyes, and his fur looks so damn good, although he came back from practice minutes ago. His chest is wide and heavy with muscle. A smidge of a belly peeks from under the tank top, which he hides with compulsion at times, tugging on whatever he's wearing. You okay, FaZe? You seem dazed. Are you dehydrated again? Oh, don't worry about that. Slightly exhausted from some running I did. My parents should have left me some food since I couldn't get to dinner on time. Do you want to join me? You used to like my mom's cooking when your family came around more often. That's unexpected. He hasn't invited me over in years. Maybe he's a bit lonely. I won't complain about being lucky for change. Sure. Oh. Sure. Would be cool to sit around like old times. Right? Come on in then. That's cute how they did that animation right there. We started visiting the Longfangs after my incident when I was 5, but our dinners became rarer, then non existent. Once I could go to school like every other kid, my dad got a different job, and my mom wanted to return to teaching. Most weekends, when they were home and not working on either paperwork or grading tests, it became family time between us. Going to the neighbors for dinner wasn't a thing anymore. Which is in itself odd, because it was the only place where I went where I wasn't the creepy fox with the weird eyes. I did wonder why Mom and Dad decided not to visit them anymore. Maybe they had some sort of falling out, but never told me. Way too overprotective parents. I can't blame them though, considering my constant issues. So I never asked. I linger a few steps behind Atlas, dragging my feet on the ground. He flicks his ears at the noise, so I pull myself together, assuming a more decent pose. As soon as he offers a chair to sit down, I drop myself in it, wiped out by the effort it took me to get there. I knew this was happening for the better part of the day, yet it's crashing over me right now in waves. Give me some damn light, Atlas. You sure you're alright? You seem off today. I guess I overdid it with the running. So, what's for dinner? Oh, there must be something in the fridge. You want a beer? I shouldn't. Oh, come on. I know it could dehydrate you, but here's a glass of water before. It'll perk you up. Maybe get you out of this foul mood you're in. I told you I'm tired from running. You're not even wearing running shorts. Well, this is embarrassing. Jeans aren't comfortable for running now, are they? I need any excuse to get closer to him. If I drink a beer, maybe I can be more friendly? I hope the beer won't hit me too hard until I get at least a drop of light. Worst case, if I feel too dizzy, I'll just randomly fall onto Atlas. Perfect plan. I'll take one, I guess. Good choice. You'll feel a lot better by the second or third, maybe fourth. Aren't you not supposed to drink alcohol when you're training? Isn't it bad for your muscles? Oh, my fur. Small talk while clinging to my life. I need to count my words so I don't expend any more unnecessary energy. Kind of. But it's the weekend, and I'm in chill mode. Plus, nobody will know if you don't say anything, right? His laughter made me chuckle. He's a big goofball. I saw him drunk a couple of times with his friends in town. Aurora isn't that big of a place, and he's hard to miss. A fun guy to be around for sure. Food's done. Dig in. The food looks delicious, the way he prepared it, even if it was only heating it up in the microwave. I down the water as Atlas looks at me, giving me a content smile. This dehydration story is ridiculous, but there's no point in trying to convince folks otherwise. I did try, but my mumbling, and apparently screeching at times, made things worse. Folks thought I was borderline insane. There are times when I get my folk avoid me. There are times when I get my... Oh, ha! Let me do that again. There are times when I get why folk avoid me. I am not a stable folk to be around. Everyone could be a little nicer though. It's not like I want to be this way. Ouch! It's hot from the microwave. We'll move it around. Or do you want me to blow on it for you, little cub? His light flared up like a spark when he said that, and my tail prickled. I'm on the right track. Say again, Muscle Tiger? Eat your food, Runt. His nose is red. He turned on the TV, I assume to escape the embarrassing comment. The evening news are on. Two young adults were charged today with the devouring of one of their work colleagues. The criminals publicly declared allegiance to one of the extremist groups known as the Sacred... I hear the click of the remote again. Only this kind of shit in the news nowadays. I want a relaxed evening, not doom and gloom. I totally get you. The news is always about something bad, so more folk tune in. But those devourers, why do they do that? Why do they do stuff like that? We've had lab meat for decades now. Beats me. Isn't life better now having supplements hundreds of times better than real meat? I mean, look at me. There's no way I could be this fit without lab meat. I'm certain we both shuddered at the thought of eating another folk. There's a lot of crazy in this world, though. However, my concerns lie elsewhere right now. Some folk are weird like that. So anyway, how's your girlfriend? Atlas almost spilled out his beer. Chrissy? I don't know. Busy with stuff for uni too, I guess. His light stopped and retreated for a second. I figured he'd be into that. I've seen him over the years with multiple girls, and now with his latest, the not-so-charming cheetah, Chrissy. I'm sure I've seen her around here more than a few times. Maybe they're having a rough patch. Stressed with the admissions and all that. That would explain his sudden and unexpected invitation to join him for dinner. Some trouble in paradise, I see. Food's great, by the way. What meat is this? Mom buys Bisquer stuff. Their lab makes the best meat in her opinion, and mine. Either that or the beer is kicking in for you. Speaking of which, do you have another? Ah, thirsty all of a sudden. He throws me one from the fridge, and to my surprise, I catch it in one paw. Must have gotten some power back when he flared at the compliment I gave him earlier. What a relief. I am better now. I can feel it. I'm curling my fingers to get some blood pumping again. My paws are always cold. It's not only this light thing, but also the constant anxiety that's messing with me. But I need to get more light right now, as much as I possibly can. I need this to last me a while. Or I should get chummier with Atlantis at least. Atlas again. Maybe we can get back to meeting up again like we used to. My problems will be solved. Won't your parents mind that we're drinking their beer, I mean? It's my beer. We're good. My dad maybe lets me have a sip once in a blue moon. And I've been 18 for a while now. But then again, Atlas is about twice as big as me, and his parents are easygoing. Somewhat rich too, which helps. It really has been a while since Atlas and I last talked like this. He's looking at me strangely, and his light is forming a shape, if I can call it that. Ha! I must be drunk already. I'm a super lightweight anyway. Want to go to my room and play some Beast Battles 6? For sure. What's your main? Ha! I'm not giving you the advantage already. He read me like a book. Not bad, Tiger. Oh, hello, FaZe. How have you been? Good evening, Miss Longfang. Yes, it's been a while. I'm good. Hoping to get into a nearby university so I won't have to travel far. Yes, of course. But you'll get in without a doubt. Thank you, Mrs. Longfang. Atlas, have you cleaned your room? Mom. I'll take care of it if I have to. If you have to? Look, you have guests. See what I have to put up with, FaZe? We'll be in my room playing some video games. Come on, FaZe. Was nice seeing you, Mrs. Longfang. Don't be a stranger, FaZe. You know you can visit any time. She didn't even ask about my parents. Maybe they did have an argument at some point. Atlas starts telling me his parents want to help him save up so he can buy his own place, rather than rent if the basketball thing doesn't work out. Oh, he's a basketball player? I would have thought he was like a football player. They also want him to feel like he earned his way through life, so he should also work for it. Quite nice of them, and responsible. His room is different than what I remember from long ago, but it's to be expected. Dumbbells, a workout bench, and clothes everywhere. I'm certain the t-shirt I sat on has been worn multiple times without it being washed. The musk invades my nostrils and my jeans are started to pitch. Why? I'm embarrassed at my reaction. I've had a crush on Atlas since I was a kid, but I never gotten the feeling that he would be into me the same way. Atlas keeps excusing himself because of the mess. I nod, trying to get myself under control. He shoves everything he can find laying around the floor into a closet, then sits next to me on the bed, grabbing a controller, after turning on the console. Give me that one. It's the one I use all the time. What? You can't fight me with a different controller? I look down and see scratches on it. He clawed at it a few times. I don't recall him being a sore loser, but then again, long time ago, no chats. I give him his controller, and once in his paws, I see how his claws cover the scratched areas. When the first fight starts, abandon all hope, little cub. Your master has arrived. His exaggerated laughter sounds corny, but jolly. So I roll with it. The student eventually becomes the master.